Friday night breaking news. It's on Intel. Intel stock is higher by about 6% on news the U.S. is going to, or maybe already has, taken a 10% stake in the company. Eamon Javers covering the story. Eamon joining us from the White House. Eamon, what do we know?
Well, we know that the U.S. government already has taken that stake, according to officials, and the company itself now putting out a press release. Let's start with the President of the United States, though, who just put out a social media post just a couple of minutes ago. He says, "It is my great honor to report that the United States of America now fully owns and controls 10% of Intel, a great American company that has an even more incredible future. I negotiated this deal with Lip Bhutan, the highly respected chief executive officer of the company." The president goes on to describe some details here of the deal. He says the United States paid nothing for these shares, and the shares are now valued at approximately $11 billion. This is a great deal for America and also a great deal for Intel. So on that point of the president saying that the U.S. government paid nothing for the shares, we now have a release from the company itself. You see the rest of the tweet there from the president. Building leading-edge semiconductors and chips, which is what Intel does, is fundamental to the future of the nation. Make America great again. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So the press release, Brian, from Intel gives us some bullet points here in terms of how this deal has been structured. And it does look like the president is correct in the sense that there's no new money going into this deal. This is previously committed CHIPS Act money and previously committed funds from a program called Secure Enclave, which was a Biden-Harris administration program that committed $3+ billion to Intel in those years. So what Intel is saying here, if you can call up these bullet points, is that the government has agreed to purchase 433.3 million Intel shares, and the price they're paying is $20.47 a share. You can look at the current market and see how that shakes out. The equity stake is funded by the remaining $5.7 billion in grants that were previously awarded under the CHIPS Act. So that's previously granted money. And then also $3.2 billion awarded to Intel as part of the Secure Enclave program. Again, previously awarded money from the U.S. government. So when the president says the U.S. government paid nothing, what he's saying is that money was already committed to the company. The company is saying here that ultimately this deal is now worth 9.9% of the company. And Brian, our eagle-eyed folks on the CNBC news desk at CNBC Global Headquarters are calculating that the U.S. government is now the largest shareholder in Intel.